Ulladulla. We're about 3 hours drive south of Sydney. So I was just thinking, I get bored really easily, but I'm almost never bored because when I get bored, that is not a happy place for me. I do everything I can as quickly as I can to get out of a state of boredom. So I've been taking sponsee calls while I'm here in Australia because that helps me stay emotionally sober. And I notice a lot of people in TOS programs, they get bored in meetings, so they're like multitasking in meetings, and they're on their phone or they're doing something else. And so I think if you're bored in a meeting, that probably indicates you may be going to too many meetings, all right? So if you're bored going to church or going to synagogue or going to a meeting, maybe you go too often, going out of habit. I find boredom absolutely intolerable. Like as soon as I get bored, I have to take action and change that state. So there was a time where I was going to a 12-step meeting every single day in a particular program, and yeah, I found myself getting bored. So when you work your program or work your religion or whatever it is that you need to do or work your job, there have to be alternatives, right, to being bored. So for me, I was going to too many meetings. And so instead, I spent my time reading 12-step books, listening to 12-step podcasts and lectures, doing 12-step assignments, work out of 12-step workbooks, stuff like that. So I don't think we have to be fated to being bored. And I know a lot of Jews get bored with going to synagogue, but there are alternatives. Right? You can go to synagogue, but for instance, when I get bored at synagogue, I take the prayer book and I just meditate on a particular phrase, a particular word, or a particular sentence, and try to figure out how does this apply to me. And in Judaism, if I'm getting bored, say with Jewish theology, then I can study Jewish philosophy. Or if I'm getting bored with Jewish theology and philosophy, I can study Jewish history, or I can learn about the Jewish prayer book, or I can study the Talmud or the ongoing rabbinic tradition. I can study Jewish law. I can study Israel. I can study the history of Israel. I can study Israeli battles. I can learn about what the Torah has to say in economic policy, social policy, or political policy. I don't make peace with being bored. So I get out of it quickly. If someone's boring me, I may ask myself why. Why do I find this person so relentlessly boring? So often people who are depressed, they just make me bored. And I just feel this lethargy coming over me. And I'm not going to put up with that. So I get out of there. Like I'll leave dinner parties after an hour if I'm bored. If I'm in synagogue and I'm